будем считать, что начинается наш путь в Инадзуму.
Oh, hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning. Is there anything I can help you?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into
Oh, so that's why you're here.
Great! We came to the right...
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small.
It was in leaving Inazuma that all I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for... I don't know how many... But to my surprise, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Ryuichi. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or... Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated vision. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma...
У нас весьма серьезные причины.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku decree. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to... But if you really are set on going...
The raft idea sounds a little on the deep...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with...
But it's an armed fleet, right?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the
Бейдо
way.
отличная девка, она нам поможет.
The Alcor is the
Еще
flagship of the
выбить ее,
Crux
кстати
fleet.
говоря.
I heard that it's currently anchored by Gui...
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Эх, а потом сюда прикрутят телепорт. А пока... Ну чё? Эй, или по воздуху? Хотя, по-моему, на оба шанса довольно плачевные. Победила магов бездны. О, меч в камне. Большой меч небесного всадника. Пригодится. Ну чё, попробуем отсюда долететь. Тут еще карабкаться. Геокол заберу потом с другим аккаунтом рядышком. Ну, блин, нету тут геоконструкции сейчас, кроме бычка. Жалко, на арку Нингуан залезть нельзя. Ой, я впервые на Алькор, значит, бегаю. Сокровища. О, белая кисть. Давайте. Кстати, там, мне кажется, кончается выносливость, да? Давай, аккуратненько, аккуратненько. Отлично. Да, когда карабкаешься наверх, надо много отдыхать. Самое интересное, что нам сюда еще придется как-то сползать потом по квестам. Блин. Почти ж схватился ж. Мальчик мой, давай еще раз. Ты можешь. О, Селестия вдалеке. Байдоу, Казуха, дорогуша.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Patui in Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing. I guess that time has come.
Эй! Ну, с летающей штуковине.
The name's not floating thing. It's Paimon.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes, the stars.
О! Кто-то прям нашу... Изначально, кстати, интересно, мою или Паймон сущность почуял?
The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should...
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Ну, Казуха, он милаха.
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of... There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you.
Да уж.
Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little...
Да, тут у нас спорная ситуация.
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue.
О, отсылочки.
And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn a...
But we didn't come here...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Нам он не особо
Supply by
нужен.
myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But as for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen.
Ну, мы знаем свидетельство того, что так и есть, потому что Нингуан вроде как не получила себе глаз, а нашла потухший, который с ней резонировал.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional... Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talent. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want her to take part in your...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have...
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament...
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is
Ага. Глаз Бога, глаз Бога. Учитывая, что мы хотим в Инадзуму, нам глаз Бога даже будет вреден. Его все-таки захотят отжать, да. А так, какой глаз Бога? Ничего не знаю. Я не я. Ложь не моя. Все собрали, а то мне еще качать и качать некоторые вещи. А ты хоть что-нибудь
Martial
хорошее
arts
скажешь?
tournaments, but when the combatants are obliged to exercise.
Ага, например, нам. Ладно. Кажется, у моего квеста какая-то проблема есть. Нас разве не должны отправлять в каменный лес куда-то сюда? Я на паузу пока поставлю.
Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against?
Так, я вот вроде прибежала. Тем не менее, что-то... Это у меня квесты смешались, все хорошо.
Hi there. Are you here for the...
That's right. Nothing beats real-life comp, but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training.
Exactly. With a vision.
This master of yours must be...
Famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created to the Lingshan clan. He teaches a special...
Force disper...
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to... For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking...
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a...
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon...
Такое чувство, что у вашего мастера все-таки есть глаз Бога. Ну или он джедай.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face...
But here we are, having trained under him direct. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Похоже, это Синчу.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns... Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan.
See you in the...
Ну, как минимум, неплохие намерения у ребят.
Hello. Are you here to compete in...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to... The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors, not to mention I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that...
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work.
4 или 5. Это только первый этап. Обычно мы деремся в 2, уделывая несколько десятков. Дети? Пайман не похожа на ребенка. Она вообще странное существо. Ну, блин, ну, обидно. Ой, да ты тоже не шибко старый.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous in most people's eyes. I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me.
I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric. I seem to have gained another fan. Don't let my orb... Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Ага. Мы тебе меч в одно место вставим.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Да.
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Мне даже их немного жаль.
Let's go sign up.
Jinx a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Alright, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Да, путешественница. Все как обычно.
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Да.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you're aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you... it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a... So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
А что из этого круче? Ну, давайте два, наверное.
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa...
У нас такая самодовольная рожа.
The champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever... Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
Ну,
I
нам надо.
see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then. Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament.
Это человек
Even though you don't
никаких
have a vision,
способностей.
most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy. Alright, it's showtime! You got...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready? Not a problem, there's still...
Давайте... Не, я знаю, что нам поднимут характеристики, но я хочу хоть посмотреть, что у меня на герое надето. Ну да. Давайте хоть... Окей, меч отожмем. Артефакты. В принципе, не имеют значения. Так. Ну, кстати, масочку надо будет переодеть, потом наполнить. С учетом бафа пойдем всех разнесем.
You seem like you're raring to go.
Да.
Good. Then please...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now.
Мне даже интереснее. О, серый фон. Давненько такого не видел. Стоп, а я не возвышена? Ну, а потом. Как-нибудь. О, у нас даже созвездие убрали. Воспоминания о минувшем. Красиво. И сила атаки 5000. Мне б на мейне такую атаку. Ага, она самая. А никак.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Бейдо, дорогуша, привет. Кстати, давай третий приз. Ты просто вступаешь ко мне в команду, а?
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you. So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big. So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well... So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Ну, не очень честно для них, да и для нас тоже. Мы по сюжету победили, ну, бога с помощью адептов, предвестника Фатуи, дракона. Дальше мы будем драться с реально богом. Ну, как бы так себе.
This is how Captain Beto works. You, besides, at your level, you would have made it to the...
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any... We're finally here, folks.
The captain seems to have high hopes. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to... You may well be stronger than him, but this should not get very well. Show me that you are...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the... I do not doubt your abilities, but...
Relax. My girl...
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
Кого-то есть какие-то сомнения? У тебя есть одна проблема, у меня есть меч, а у тебя нет. Я лишь случайно пропустила один удар.
Sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right. For a moment, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. But mine? I lost interest eventually. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased
Нравится мне
with
такая
today's
философия.
outcome.
Ну, я
I
вообще
often
фанат
have the
соус-лайков,
pleasure
что
of
чё уж.
experiencing.
Wow. Now...
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again.
By the way, do you know who...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get too...
There he goes. Maybe we should have...
Может, просто запустим следующий бой.
I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me.
I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically stronger. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for...
Как до Селестии. Хорошая формулировка, мне нравится, надо запомнить.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just, don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the... I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
Oh, alright then.
Thanks,
Ребят, вы не джедай. Смиритесь.
We still haven't got any useful information.
You gave an outstanding. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. And
Эй, Кадзуха,
managed to claim victory over your
не
opponent. That is a most... In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite...
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily... As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he is... What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery.
Например, быть божественной сущностью из другого измерения.
Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these. Come with me.
Я просто хочу закончить сюжетную линию, честно говоря. Хотя, да, Кадзухой я люблю.
Surely she's gotta know something.
Let's light it up.
Ну ладно. Надо вернуть меч. Потом пройду.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something.
Ага, от нас ведь пахнет ветром, землей и звездами.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of... If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves.
Почему в самых драматических моментах тут, ну или таких всяких всегда, что происходит в игре? Краб вырвался прямо из камней, свалил за пределы экрана, ползает обратно. Что еще?
It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats.
Не прибедняйся, Казуха. На моем мейн-аккаунте ты, блин, скоро, по-моему, по урону обгонишь моего мейн-ДД. А я ведь собирала тебя как саппорта.
To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious beast.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell. It's
А еще называть пойман существом.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Тут без особых вариантов. Ну, окей, дружбе так дружбе.
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the element. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then,
Да, именно поэтому сражаться мы будем кем-то другим. Забавно, всегда был забавным квест в том плане, что покажи свои силы, путешественница. Путешественница такая вперед превращается в какого-то мужчину из Манштата, пацана из Лиюэ, швеется льдом, огнем, водой. Эй! Что-то я лохозаврю.
your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach, even with your opponent's speed. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to in other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect, please save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all. The world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be complete for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have. So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself?
Или Архонту немножечко пофиг, а политической частью жизни Инадзумы немножечко так манипулируют силой извне. Да, спойлеры, да, знаю, но, господи, все уже прошли же. Или слышали, или видели. Меня вообще ТикТок в эту игру заменил.
Not to mention, with no new electro-visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
Ну, несмотря на то, что Сёгун вроде как не влияет на непосредственно на отдачу глаз Бога, но возможно, что ее настроение, желание все-таки учитывается кем-то выше нее. Либо из-за того, что все-таки носитель глаза Бога должен как-то резонировать с характером, стремлениями и ценностями самого Бога, наверное, грубо говоря, никто сейчас не находится с Баал в каком-то таком резонансе, так сказать.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
А разница есть?
As far as I know, She is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
По сути-то, если я правильно помню историю мира, Райден просто повторяет историю Декарабиана.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her.
Боюсь, она сама еще не нашла ответ на вопрос вечности.
The time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return to... Very well. Let's go.
What? Never mind. We can start by Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax! We've seen many exciting battles. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing...
У нас такая самодовольная рожа. Прям браво.
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrill. But today's final round, as for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the traveler. Come.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal?
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beidou.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watch. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my
Well, I'll stay here and try to offer some
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where?
Come with me. I can...
Да, Ветра, мы уже поняли, что у тебя аномоглаз Бога, и ты им отлично владеешь.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance.
У меня такое ощущение, что просто нам подыгрывает Венти. Иронично, что он это делает на территории Джуна. Пироген Фатуи, ну ладно. Да ёкторный бабай.
You'll see shortly.
A touch of frost. Can't run from death.
Так, простите, я кое-что проверяю. Да. Итак, следы.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Сейчас чуть отвлечемся. Это тоже приятно.
Nice and spicy. Teamwork is drill.
Freeze.
It was worth the trouble.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Dodge this!
Stand back. Парень, ты что, забыл? Мы сражаемся. Домочек подобных ребят — это у нас основное хобби. Кстати, надо посмотреть, каких материалов мне не хватает.
I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision.
Он у него на спине, как ты его видишь.
Right. If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal your... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, in other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely, speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of... It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you... Dread. This should have gone differently. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
О, жестоко.
You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the cap. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Умеешь запугивать.
Whoa, we don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk...
Мне даже переключать персонажей лень. Что? У меня враг в стене застрял. Я его хоть достать с килла не смогу. Чего не помогает? Гениально. У меня враг тупо запрыгнул в стену.
No. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please.
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed...
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hand. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength... But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try? I see. No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you. But thank you.
А обратно не подбросите? Я трогательная история. Кстати, получается, что его друга победила Фуджисара. Сара, что скажешь на это? Ясно. Хватит вертеться. И, наверное, будет быстрее телепортироваться, чем ловить ветра.
What's the hurry?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang.
Oh.
It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
Я думаю, она в ответ нашла, что и куда ей воткнуть.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
Ага, милые бронятся, только тешатся.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in him. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut...
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, in the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning.
Да. О, медальку дали.